Good afternoon, guys. Happy Thursday to all of your sunshiny faces, guys. I did not quite get as much done as I did yesterday on my planner. I had a whole ton of stuff extra, I guess. I got to all of my normal things edited, uploaded, I did dishes. I didn't get to laundry because really there was like hardly any laundry that needed to get done anyway. I don't know if I have enough to actually run a full load of laundry, so all of my other like normal chores and stuff like that got done, but I didn't really do anything extra like I did yesterday. Like yesterday I made my grocery list, I trimmed the bushes, I cleaned my carpet, which is still, guys, it looks, honestly, my carpet down here is looking like better actually today, I think, than it did yesterday. Like, it looks nicer. I think he thinks it looks nicer too, don't you, B? Huh? Why are you laying like that? He never lays like this, like sideways, like, I don't know. And he knows I'm talking to him and paying attention to him because he's wagging his tail. What are you doing? Huh? Oh, how cute are you? You look like a little baby. Are you a little baby dog? Huh? I'm gonna touch your back again. I'm going to get you back. Anyways, so yeah, that is why, guys, I should clean my carpet more often than the first time that I cleaned it now. But honestly, like I said, it actually, I think, looks genuinely better than it did yesterday. And on top of that too, I think it's just a lot of like the carpet has got matted and stuff like that. That's why it's not quite as soft and fluffy and everything like that as when I first got it. Just because of, like, you know, from walking over the carpet constantly, it just has started to wear down a little bit. And some of the fibers and stuff like that are kind of getting a little funky. But guys, I actually have started my first ancestry journal, sort of, I guess. I wanted to make it so that I could start jotting things down for stuff that I know I need to, like, either look for or ask other family members about and stuff like that. Because when I'm actually, like, you know, I think I spend maybe a few hours, like, every few weeks, like, doing it, sometimes more often, again, sometimes not quite as much, you know, looking stuff up and things like that and trying to search for something, hoping maybe, like, I'll get luckier than I did before, and, like, you know, they'll have, like, you know, there's some new document on some website that I didn't look up already, but, just some stuff, too, that I was like, oh, we should probably actually ask somebody about that, because that's probably a question that could be answered by, you know, a family member or something like that, just kind of like easier questions, or like, you know, if I can just bring it up and be like, oh, well, like, you know, about this person, like if I kind of, you know, not a complete brick wall, but kind of don't have a whole ton of stuff on them, you know, that kind of stuff. Because like my grandpa's brother, I think I have an estimated year of birth because he's in the 1940 census, but other than that, I have no clue when he died or exactly when he was born or like birth date or anything like that. I have no clue where, you know, if he was buried in a cemetery. I have absolutely no clue. And like that's just like my dad's uncle. So and my dad is really not good with like family memory or anything like that. He was like, I know, because the same thing too with his grandma, my great grandma, his grandma. He was like, I know she was buried in a cemetery. I remember being there, like, you know, at whatever age he was. He's like, I can't remember when it was. I can't remember. He's like, maybe I was in high school or middle school or something like that, I think it was, or something like that. He's like, so it's probably sometime between this time and this time, and I think I was able to actually find her information maybe, but I'm still not sure like what cemetery she's buried in and stuff like that. I have a hint to where, but the thing is, guys, is that not all of the, you know, cemetery documents and stuff like that are available online. So sometimes you actually have to go to the cemetery and go and do the research yourself and stuff like that. And I really want to start doing that. Like, actually, I mean, it's summer, it's, you know, we're still in quarantine, so we can go to a cemetery, drive there, and stay far away from everybody else in the cemetery, you know, and stuff like that, and not actually you know, be near any other person, you know, and do some documentation on some of the actual like graves and stuff like that, along with also to whatever research we can get through this cemetery. So anyways, yeah, that's what I was like really trying to look up to, like what are some suggestions on like when you go to a cemetery, like, you know, what kind of information should you already have that makes it easier to like, you know, find, and you know, that kind of stuff. So I was, like I said, kind of trying to look up some of that stuff, but I was like, I really want to, like, I kind of wish we weren't doing so many like projects and stuff like that right now, just because like I really wanted to spend summer, especially I was really looking forward to this summer, and spring and even fall, but I mean, we are kind of in quarantine, so like I know the one cemetery I was looking at, they don't even have office hours until I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, maybe 3 days ago, I think on the 8th, they like just opened like their offices again, with like, as you know, things are slowly starting to reopen. So obviously, like, you know, I might not be able to get all of that kind of information and stuff like that from like, you know, the offices and stuff, and like records and all that, because a lot of times they'll have, I guess, the records and, you know, that kind of stuff, of who's buried where and all that. But you know, if not, it'd just be me going to the cemetery blind and having to try and look for you know, people that I'm looking for. So yeah, that's, like I said, what I was thinking, but you know, I don't know when is going to be an appropriate time, or, you know, just because of stuff that we have going on, and also because of, you know, kind of like quarantine and stuff like that. But again, I know that it was like, as it even said on their website, like, as things are starting to reopen, I think this was actually one of the first cemeteries that they've started to reopen, along with, they had some other ones listed and other dates that are going to be reopening. So yeah, that's kind of cool. But like the cemetery right down the street from us doesn't have a like an office building at the location, like any of the cemeteries, I guess, really around us, or anything like that. I think there might be one. My mom went to one that a lot of my great-grandpa's side of the family, on my mom's side, on my grandma's side, is buried in. I think that would be my maternal great-grandfather. But still, though, that's still my maternal, yeah, I think. But that's still, it could be my grandmother's side or my grandfather's side. No, it's my grandma's father's side of the family. There's a cemetery where a lot of his side of the family is all buried in. My mom went there, and she has like little cards that she was able to write down, like, you know, like that she got from the cemetery. So you know, that she was able to not transcribe, but like write down a lot of, like, you know, the dates and notes and stuff like that, like on the paper, and it's printed with the name of the cemetery on it. So I know she got it from there. So you know, like some cemeteries like have that stuff available for you, but like I said, the one down the street from us is like not, it doesn't have anything like that available. But again, the cemetery that I was looking at, I know that we have a lot of family buried there, and I want to be able to find out more, and I feel like I'm just missing like that, like if I could go there and find some of that. And again, too, the one that my mom went to, I want to go to that one as well and see, you know, if there was anything that she missed, or, you know, from me doing more research, there's things that I'm able to actually place. Like for example, she was looking for like one last name pretty much, but there were several other maiden names that would have been also buried in that cemetery as well, that I know kind of going into it again, that I can actually, like, you know, legitimately place with, you know, family and stuff like that, just on stuff that I've already looked up myself. So yeah, that was, like I said, my plan, guys, but I don't know how any of that's gonna start working. So or start looking, but I feel like it'd be a good excuse to just like get out of the house, because other than, again, really going to the grocery store right now, I haven't left the house. And I feel like cemeteries are a safe place to cemeteries are a safe place to go during quarantine. I don't know how that works, but like, you know, going to the park and like going for a walk and stuff like that, because the park and cemetery near us are sort of one. They're kind of, they got like some trees that divide it, but it's kind of like you can walk through pretty much from like the park side. if you were, you know, just going for a walk. I've walked through there quite a few times because it's kind of on a pathway through there. So anyways though, but you know, I feel like it's, you know, like I said, a safe place to go where, you know, you're social distancing from, you know, all of the people and everything like that, and there's hopefully not other people that are doing the exact same research or going to the exact same grave at you at the same time. You know, that they're, you know, hopefully over there looking at other graves, or if they're walking through and doing their, you know, jog and stuff like that, they're in a different part of the cemetery or staying away from you. So yeah, but like I said, I feel like that's like, you know, because there's not a lot of other things, because like other outdoor stuff that's especially going on right now is like all canceled, not, you know, so it's a good outdoor activity in the summer. That's something that I wanted to do for a while, and I feel like it's a good excuse too, that, you know, don't have to stay locked in the house and we can go and do something outdoorsy. But I don't know really, I feel like my mom and dad would probably be on board, but I don't know that Matthew and Jack would want to go at all. I don't know that they'd find any of that stuff interesting. They really don't seem like they have much of an interest at all in like genealogy and stuff like that, like I do. And my mom definitely does, and my dad, since the one, again, we could go to whichever cemetery, but my dad is kind of getting into it and really been interested in it and wants to know more. It's just like he doesn't have the know-how. Like my mom knew a lot of, you know, from, you know, her grandparents, you know, stories and stuff like that, and was able to even know like what is my great grandparents and stuff like that, you know, stories and all that kind of stuff that she was told and everything. And even I guess great grandparents as well, and stuff like that, you know, she has some of that, you know, just like not firsthand, but, you know, like stories that have been passed down and stuff like that, that she knew a lot about. So, you know, she had some knowledge again when she goes into looking up, and she's been doing a lot of research really since like around the time I think like we were little, me and Matthew sort of. That's what a lot of the records that I have that she got were from. So yeah, but anyways guys, I'm gonna go take a shower and get to bed because I stayed up a tiny bit later because I was reading up on how to visit a grave site and what to bring, and, you know, all that kind of stuff, and research to do ahead, and, you know, all of that. So anyways though, I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.